There was no Sunday action in the Scottish Premiership as Rangers Dundee got called off at Dens Park, but Chris Sutton has chimed in, of course, and willing to bet good money. He'd probably been commentating on this game, or at least been in the studio for it. And I think we've missed that. It's been a good few weeks since we've seen Sutton, Boyd, and the gang in the studio. I believe the last time it would have been, dare I say, would it have been the 2-0 Hearts against Celtic? Probably would be, and that is, 2 weeks ago to the day. So, yeah, shame in that regard. But let's move into the tweet. He says, a total embarrassment for the Scottish top flight, having the Dundee Rangers game called off an hour and a half before kick-off. Absolute shambles how it's come to this. Don Robertson, the ref, rocks up at 10:20 for a pitch inspection. Surely a decision earlier would be wiser. Of course it would be, and I agree with Sutton. I mean, I don't think it's all Don Robertson's fault, right? It's like, it's him turn up at 10:20 his fault? Should he not be like instructed to turn up earlier? It's not like Don Robertson, purposely showing up late or something. I think, you can have a wee bit of blame for Robertson, but if the pitch is unsafe or whatever, right, then fair enough. Right? You can't play on it. But I think you've got to look at Dundee here. I think you've got to look at them, and it's like, as Clement pointed out, there was 41 other games across Scotland and the Pyramid. I mean, not even counting lower leagues, right? And this is the only one to get called off. And there's a history. There's a history here. There is a history here, though, of Dundee getting games called off at Dens Park. I've seen someone suggest, why not play at Tannadice? I mean, it defeats the purpose, right? They're never going to agree to that, and I don't think Dundee should. I mean, it'd be like someone telling us to play at Parkhead of our pitch, even though we look after our pitch, right? But it's like, if the pitch at Dens Park is so bad, is Tannadice going to be so much better? I mean, they are about 15 feet away from each other, so did it only rain in Dens Park but not at Tannadice? I mean, come on. But anyway, I mean, that would have got the game over the line and played, but apparently there is speculation regarding a potential later kickoff today. Obviously, it's not going to happen. Dundee, some of the higher ups talking about they wanted a 3 o'clock kickoff, delayed kickoff, because it was looking like that the game could go ahead due to the rain going off. But there's murmurs. Can't get any confirmation in this that Rangers have rejected it. I don't know why Rangers would reject it. Like, Rangers are so openly pissed, right, about the fact that the game has been called off so late, right? So I just don't really understand why Rangers would be so pissed at the game getting called off so late, but then would not want the game to be played at all a couple of hours later. I mean, the only thing you could think of is that, I mean, I guess people don't have all day to hang around. People have got things to be doing on a Sunday after the game. People have got to maybe get to the boat or something, for example. But I mean, hell, I think you would rather rearrange your boat for a later sailing, for example, than going over on the boat, driving up to Dundee just to get hit with this news an hour before kick-off, because that is soul destroying, man. I mean, I've never happened to me going to a game and it's been postponed or cancelled, and it must be a shit feeling. Like, I mean, it's a shit feeling sitting here in the house, hungover, wanting the game to be on, let alone actually doing all the travelling on the day. So, yeah, it's poor. Is it an absolute shit? I mean, I think it is. Like, I'm not even going to pin too much on Don Robertson. I mean, at the end of the day, he's got to inspect the pitch. Whether he expected it too late or too early or whatever, it's Dundee who's left the pitch in that state, right? And it's not the only time this season, as Clement pointed out, like I said earlier. So it's a recurring theme. They need to sort it out. Will they sort it out? I'm not so convinced. And what it does for us is means, instead of us going top the day, we have to sit behind Celtic. And when's this game going to get played? How long is it going to take us to have our game in hand back? Fuck, I mean, you don't really know, and that is the problem, though. Like, are we gonna be going into an Old Firm behind Celtic, or are we going to be going into an Old Firm in front of Celtic looking to build? Because if it's the other way about, that will be shite. If we're going into that Old Firm, I mean, no excuses either way, like, but if we're going into that, how much better is it to build a 5 point gap rather than going in 2 points behind? How many points are we behind, actually? Is that a point? No, it's a point behind. Going into a point behind. And then it's like, oh, well, if we win here, and then, And obviously the win would be great regardless. But people see where I'm coming from with that. I want Rangers to. I want them to pencil this game in. Well, pencil. I want permanent marker. I want permanent marker somewhere after the international break. When's the international break end? So today's the 17th. 24th next Sunday. Then you get the 25th. So I mean 24th would take you right up to like the fuck. I tell you what. I tell you, that's actually pish. That probably means we're going to have to squeeze a game in during the week before the old. Fuck, I don't even know if I want that though. That that is a bit of a disaster. Anyway, guys, leave your thoughts down below. It's Rangers, man. Not really having much luck this season when it comes to rearranged and postponements and all that good stuff. But until next time, peace.